I wouldn't be able to run my law firms without Todoist. But let's talk about two particular things. One is a tool called Todoist. And I want everybody to be able to take advantage of Todoist. The reason is, honestly, I wouldn't be able to run my law firms without Todoist. There's a lot to do, and the way that I keep track of what I have to do is Todoist. I live on Todoist. I'm going to explain what it does, how it works, all that stuff. But the reason is memory is also valuable. And as the day goes, you probably get ideas or things, but you don't want to lose it. So what I do is I just have a rule of thumb. As soon as an idea or something comes to me, right away, I just put it in my phone into Todoist. I'll share with you how to put it into practice. What I do, actually, let me just talk about it. So essentially, Todoist is downloaded on your phone. As your ideas come, you drop it off into your Todoist. And then when you get behind a computer, you have the same Todoist tasks on your computer. And at that point, you ask yourself, is this something that's actionable that I can either do right now, delegate it out, or is this something that or eliminate, don't even have to do, or is it something that I could schedule out to do in my week? And you basically, you choose an option. And then when you do that, essentially every day you'll have a list of tasks that need to get done. And as you're pretty much checking off all the things that need to be done that day. That's pretty much Todoist. So how do we implement this is one is, let's download this to our computer. So I'll just put this link in the chat. Go click on that link right now. Go ahead and click on that link. But for now, go ahead and click on that link and download Todoist on your computer. If you have a Mac, on this one, Windows, click on this one. And it's going to look like this. You want to have it on your computer, accessible at any time. If you download on your computer, also go on your phone, your iPhone, click on the App Store and search for Todoist. Like that's the little icon. And I want you to make this Todoist on your homepage. Put it somewhere that you could see it every day. Any tool that you want to use, always make it accessible. You're creating an account, very simple. You create an account and pretty much you want to be on the today list. Go there. There's like different lists. There's a list called today. There's the inbox, but today is the place where you want to be. And then while you're there, you want to add a task, say pay invoice. And it also has language that it could read. Basically, if you say next Thursday, every Thursday, or you say tomorrow at 10 a.m., automatically it will understand that and then put a date on it. So everybody download Todoist, use it. You will see again, in the beginning of new tools, it's always like, I'm not used to it. I don't use it as much. It's okay. Just make it accessible, put it in front of your eyes. And over time, as you use it, it's one of those things like, it's kind of like Loom. In the beginning, you're like, it's cool. The more you use it, you're like, this is great. I promise if I check back with you guys in 6 months, we're like, oh, I'm a lot more productive and all that stuff. And then I check in with you guys.
I just started, I'll be honest, I'm a refugee lawyer. I do family law and all these things. I never use technology, even during COVID. I'm working in shelters, I'm meeting different people. I just never use the technology. So now I've really, and even the people who help me get clients, they're older people in immigrant communities, things of that nature. So they're not as versed, but it's worked out really well for me. Like the last 8 or 9 days, I'm forcing them to use Calendly, forcing them to use Zoom. You have to do it with intention. One thing I'm looking at now, and I know a lot of the apps you have, they're integrating your Google account or whatever, you're using. I have a new intern. He's been pushing it on us. So I've been using it for the last 2 days on Monday.com as a task, sort of as a practice management tool. Yeah. Okay. Because yes. I'm using it. I'm liking it. I just want to make sure it's something
keep at it. Yeah. Monday gets the same job done. It's a project management, which you could also use as your daily to-do list. And you could also assign tasks. So yeah, Monday is a perfect to-do-list alternative. If anything, it might be even better than Todoist. What I like about Todoist is very simple. There are a lot of alternatives, and maybe if I check in with Mike, he'll probably give me alternatives. And I've checked out other alternatives, but I've always came down to the easiest, simplest solution, which makes you more likely to actually use it. So yeah, Monday is perfect.
Thanks.
No problem. And Monday, you have your tasks, who it's assigned to, the priorities, and the deadlines. Make sure you have all those 4 components in there. Nice. Yeah, they're all alternatives. Let's actually look at potentially alternatives. Todoist, Amplenote, Notion, OmniGroup, probably also Monday.com. There we go. Monday, Asana, Trello, Smartsheet, Taskade, ClickUp, Basecamp, Hivedesk, Huddle. All these will get the job done. I think that the most popular is Monday. So Trello and Asana are also very popular for this too. It's kind of like project management. And all of these are Zapier integrated, as you guys are mentioning. So either as a trigger, let's just say, for example, you could say every time you add a new project or when you add a new task, then what I want you to do is the action could be send a Slack notification, add it to the person's Monday board or this or that. Pretty much do whatever you want with it. or also the other way around. Anytime something happens there, then you can also add it to my Todoist, etc. So
Sam,
yeah.
is there a reason you use, I've seen it a couple of times, you're using Apple devices versus Windows? Is there a particular reason for that?
Yes, I was raised on Windows, but I switched over to Mac a while ago. I say 15 years ago, and I never looked back. What I like about Macs and Apple is it's very simple and straightforward with no glitches and just quick. It's quick, especially on the new M1 computers. I could do things so much faster. Things open up quickly. Yeah, just quick, which is crucial. So at this point, yeah, Mac. And then also there's some benefits for it to be all integrated with each other. The iPhone is connected to the laptop. So if I put focus mode on my iPhone, it's also focus on my computer, different integrations, things like that. Great. Yeah. And if anybody who's on a slow computer, you cannot do a better investment than getting a fast computer. It's also obviously a write-off, especially, it's almost the end of the year. Get yourself a good computer. It will pay for itself within a couple of weeks, and then you will definitely make money from having a fast computer for many, many years to come. Amanda asked about the link for the ultimate tool list. This is kind of like that. I usually don't share too much because I don't want to overwhelm people, but if you want, this is like the most complete list of tools, and it's mostly used as a resource. So it would be like a search. You would search for a certain thing, productivity, let's just say, or if you already know of an alternative, let's just say I know about Monday, what are some alternatives? You can find other alternatives here. This is something to bookmark because I'm always updating it. Please don't get overwhelmed from it. Just use it as a resource. All right, so Todoist, good. Please use it on your phone, on your computer, and I'll check back with you guys in like 2 or 3 months, and you guys will see how valuable it is. Also, I'm gonna share 3, I think, key principles of productivity that I want everybody to understand and also tap into. Number 1 is you have to set time limits for tasks. Okay, you should be very conscious. When you have something to do, you should know that this should only take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or max 1 hour. It's not something I got to work on this today. That doesn't exist. We'll get to number 3, but just be very conscious. Every task needs to have a time limit. And it's also a rule of thumb that nothing should take you longer than 1 hour. Just have a rule of thumb. You could have exceptions sometimes, but for the most part, don't tinker with stuff that takes you longer than an hour. So always make sure to set a time limit for tasks. Number 2 is when you have a big project to accomplish, just simply break it down to smaller steps. Always plan things ahead and literally write down, in order for me to accomplish this, what do I have to do? So when it comes to hiring a VA, well, I need to put up a job post on Upwork using Sam's Upwork templates. I'm gonna invite 20 VAs to the job post. I'm gonna wait 2 days, or 1 to 2 days. I'm gonna wait 2 days, then come back to the job post and filter the best and send a job offer to 2 VAs. Whichever VA does a better job within 2 days, I'll keep. And if the second one is good too, I'll continue working with. And then number 6 is I will get my whatever filings done, whatever the task is. So breaking down, when you break it down, it simplifies, literally just like I always try to do it with you guys. It simplifies what you have to do, so that it doesn't seem overwhelming. You're just literally going down the step, literally going down. So always write it down, break it down into smaller steps. And then number 3 is it's a must. Everybody needs to have a calendar. If you don't have a calendar, get on Google Calendar for time blocking. Anything that you need to do, just know if you haven't done it, it's because it hasn't been added to your calendar yet. And it's probably because you haven't stuck to it. So become super obsessed with using your calendar. It's a must. Everything for the entire week. I just say my particular week this week, everything for the most part, it's all in here. Everything for next week, all in here. So use time blocking, and you'll see just by following this, you'll be a lot more likely to get things done. Again, set a time limit, break it down to small steps, plan ahead. Don't just do it. First, put it down on paper so you can see what you have to do. And then just make sure to have in your calendar that's blocked off. Any tasks without a date is a wish list. So every task needs a day and time. It's just something that I always push you guys in the class. You guys see that? Everything. What day, what time, what day and time.